Thanks. Thank you. So first of all, I am not a stand-up comic, so this is going to be short. And I got to say, I think you should have rearranged the order because there were some killers in the middle, weren't there? You guys were great. Thank you, Dave Specht and Improv Mania. We do classes here, everybody. It's a fantastic place to come. All these comics that I see, now this is just true, I'm just going to talk to you guys for a while. But you see comics in there, and usually the comedy's based on anger inside or depression. I don't buy that. I'm a very happy person, and it makes some people upset. I'm an attorney, and I supervise a bunch of lawyers, and I also supervise this one expert in the field of blood and alcohol and blah, blah, blah. He's got 20 different degrees. And he always equates happy with stupid. So he calls me happy all the time. So part of the thing I do for a living is, like I said, I supervise a bunch of lawyers, but I'm also involved in different specialty courts. So we got your mental health court. We got a homeless court. I'm a big part of that. And we got a veterans court. The veterans court is the best one to go to, right? So you got a bunch of these vets, and they're there for usually minor criminal things that I'm helping them take care of. And it's funny because you can recognize the different branches of the service. You know, you got the Army guys, and they're always like, hoo-ah. You got, and there's a slight difference. Marines are like, hoorah. There's a difference, hoo-ah and hoorah. And then you got the Navy. The Navy, they're like Marco Polo. And then you got the Air Force, and they're like, yoo-hoo. If you're in the service, you get it. I got a wide range of friends too. It's not it's not just lawyers. In fact, I hate hanging out with lawyers. Heretofore we will commence drinking. It's not a fun time. So I've got another group of friends that I hang out with. They're baseball coaches. I got a 12-year-old son who's pretty damn good in baseball. For 12, it's amazing to see him play. But the coaches there are dads, usually, but they're frustrated former athletes. My son's current coach, his name's John, and he's a good old boy. And he talks like this, and you can usually tell when somebody's from the South because they say like white instead of white, or where instead of where. So John, Big John, he's got a big old beer belly, even bigger than mine. And he'll be like, he has the greatest sayings. He's like, somebody gets hit with a pitch. That's all right, boy. Come on, boy. We got ice. We got ice. Get back in there, boy. And one time, my son was playing center field one time, and he made an awesome catch. He's running, he dove, he laid out. And he caught a ball. It was an amazing catch. And then John's like, boy, that catch was prettier than a puppy in a little red wagon. Where are you going with this shit? I'm like, holy cow. And my son's gotten fast over the past 2 years. I don't know how, but he has. He used to be slow like me, and they'd make fun of him, and they'd say, what do you got? What do you run with like you got a piano on your back, boy? So then this year he's like, unhitch the trailer, get over here, breathe. So I got a wide range of friends, but the best group of friends I have is now a group of one. And that's because I grew up in the south side of Chicago, so the Chicago people aren't here, except for one, and his name's Mike, and I had lunch with him today, and I swear to God, I don't have any material, I just wrote this down while I'm sitting there. And so Mike and I are out to lunch, right, and he picks me up, and as soon as I get in his car, the windows are up. In fact, when he picked me up, the sunroof was open, he shuts the sunroof. Because when I get in the car, we are such close friends. I've known him since 5th grade. The first time we met, we actually got in a fist fight. By the way, I love that fist fight. It's not MMA, it's a fist fight. And he beat me up. After that, we've been best friends. So for 40 plus years, we've been buddies. So the point of this is, we're in the car, and it's like he's alone, right? Because I'm so close with him, the filters are gone. So we're driving down the street, and this old homeless guy with, I swear to God, a knapsack on it, it was like a sleeping bag or something. He's walking against the red light, and Mike is furious. He's like, everything's closed so the guy can't hear us, but he's like, I hate you. Get out of the way. You're terrible. Blah. I go, who does that, Mike? Who does that? We're going to get to the restaurant like 30 seconds later than we would have. I mean, lighten up, man. So I told you this is going to be short. So I grew up in Chicago. And anybody, you said White Sox, so you know Chicago sports. Anybody know a guy by the name of Harry Carey?
Oh, yeah.
So I grew up with Harry Carey as an announcer. And he was on WGN Channel 9 in Chicago. And after school, I'd come home and I'd watch baseball games. And Harry Carey was an amazing announcer. Because for him, the baseball game was secondary. He would tell stories. He was a big drinker. I'm a Bud man and a Cub fan. So, I swear to God, I was watching a game one day, and it was secondary. He'd be like, so I was going out after the game last night to this Greasy Spoon, and I got some tacos. And the game's going on, you know? So at one point there was a line drive to third. He's like, Sandberg gets a line drive to third. By the way, the tacos were amazing last night. Oh, that's a triple pay. Everything's secondary. So I swear this happened. One time, there was a guy by the name of Dave Concepcion, and I think he was with St. Louis, or the Reds. I think he was with the Reds. And there was and I looked it up on the internet. He said, Dave Concepcion, it was high